After saving Absalom from a threat by the Whispering Tyrant and their servants festering within the grisly fair, our heroes took the fight to the Gravelands. Although they achieved victory over one of the tyrant's most powerful servants, it came at a dreadful cost, and they went their separate ways. A year has passed since then, and our heroes find themselves drawn together once again. Mysterious Harrowed cards have appeared in their possession, and the cards seem drawn to one another, pulling them back to the city of Absalom. The cards want to be whole once more, but their presence and their power is not unknown to everyone. As various groups mobilize to take them for their own, our heroes will find themselves drawn to a conflict, not just with these forces, but for the fate of Galarian itself. The cards have been dealt. Welcome to Stolen Fates. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Stolen Fate!
Bienvenue!
Oh god.
You know, you can add cooldowns to those things.
I shouldn't have
talking
to,
about?
on principle.
We are cooling down, Matt.
Ba-dum-tish.
Well done, well done. You're not getting hero points for it, though.
If you were cool, you'd give us hero points.
I do give you hero points. I give you at least one every session. Though I do have to screenshot something and send it to the Stolen Fates discussion thing.
Uh-oh.
What?
Because this whole making sure your streamer stays hydrated actually came up. I know it came up. There it is. We're just gonna put that
Wait.
into the Stolen Fates discussion thing.
Waiting on bated breath.
I'm just looking at this castle.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, hello, how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
feeling
like-
hydrated.
I like that SpongeBob is drinking water. Doesn't he live in the ocean?
Look, there's a
Just
lot of
hitting
stuff
them.
like that throughout SpongeBob. I think there's an instance where they go camping and they start a fire.
Yeah.
Fun.
Shouldn't also think about the amount of times you see SpongeBob crying.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. I didn't get to watch SpongeBob as a child. My mom
Look,
said it
Matt's
would
been
rot
drowned.
my brain.
And yet here you are.
oh look, I'm getting...
Knows what she knows.
I have... The commission has gone through for Deedon's new model
Ah!
for the PNG Plus thing. So work on that will be getting in about a week. And we'll get regular updates. So I'm guessing like February, March, somewhere like that.
Guess
We're
we'll
gonna-
just have to deal with other stuff in the meantime.
Well, the new model will mean I'll be able to do like the throwing redeems, so people can throw stuff at Deedon.
Hurrah!
Fun! I can't wait to throw things at Decent.
I want to do something for whenever I get a crit on an animal companion. Because it happens enough.
Oh.
Please just have like a 90s cool style Matt 20 come across the screen.
Isn't that vaporwave font?
Yeah.
Should have a dunk tank for the hydrate.
Well, that will be one of the other things as well. Because there's all sorts of... The program I'll be using is like a step down from the full VTuber Studio. But you can still do a bunch of the redeemed things that you can do for that. So, it's going to be interesting at the very least.
Cool.
But the commission's all been paid for. It's all ready to go. It's all been squared away. I'm pretty excited about it. I was gonna say, you know, I have a throne. Like, I do have one. But I was also gonna say that I put up book 3 of Stolen Fate because we're starting book 2 tonight, theoretically. But someone, and I can't really gesture to them.
If you can. Just get drawing tools and just start circling bow.
Someone paid for it
You know
before
what?
the stream started.
That works really well for that.
Oh no, I made Dad mad.
But no, I do appreciate it, man. It helps keep the stream going, and I know part of it is because you also want to participate in book 3. But
Yeah, you know how I do.
yeah, no, I get it.
I too like participating.
Participation! Yay. I'm just trying to think if I have any other announcements if that's the case.
Content warning, there may be an elf crying this stream. So
Wait, Matt's killing Butanies again?
no, she just ended last session sobbing, so I assume when we pick up she'll still be sobbing.
Oh, we've got to escalate to rub in the guilt. Gotcha.
I was gonna do other people first, actually. Leave people hanging for a couple of moments, you know. 'Cause I
Fair
can.
enough.
I don't really have to do a content warning for Stolen Fates. I know I have to do one for Gatewalkers. Because there is so much
It's
funny
content-
hardware.
Content warning, they don't walk through gates, guys.
No.
Content
no.
warning.
Barely walking
Lots
all
of-
lately.
Lots of RP.
Book 3 has them walking through a singular gate.
Oh my god, the first one in ages.
It's not an actual like planar gate. It's just a front gate.
No, it's a planar. Technically, it's a planar gate. The fact that they
Elf
don't
gate.
the fact that they don't go to another plane through it. That's nothing to do with it. They
Is
still
it-
walk through it.
I think there's more gate walking in Age of Ashes.
There's more gate walking in this.
Yeah, I was about to say. I've said it a couple of times. You do more like gate walking or planar travel in chapter 2 of Stolen Fate than you do in the entirety of Gatewalkers, and it's just like,
I just feel like they write the first book of an AP and then they name it, and then they write 2 totally unrelated books.
as I've said
was-
previously, Paizo has come out and said, hey, we were restructuring how we do our adventure paths, like smack bam in the middle of development for Gatewalkers. So that's why it's as wonky as it is.
I mean,
Now,
that's definitely
Outlaws
the
of
case for Season of Ghosts.
Alkenstar, it's just wonky because...
See, I think the problem with Outlaws of Alkenstar is they wanted to do Suicide Squad, but couldn't get the rating for it. If that makes sense.
They were publishing it with Disney.
Well, it's just kind of like Pathfinder is very much about heroic fantasy, whereas your old
Let me
Outlaws
be-
out for revenge are kind of not heroes.
Yeah,
Apparently,
which is why it
no
would have
one
been so
said
cool.
You were allowed to be evil back when that was an alignment.
It's just, I think there was a kind of disconnect there. I'm currently in the middle of writing an essay regarding my thoughts about Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Oh, perfect. Are you
Is
gonna
it a
put it
video
on
essay?
YouTube?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the bisexual lighting?
Bisexual lighting?
Love me
It's
a
a-
video essay.
Very, very, very common thing in video essays.
Okay.
I watched the what is it?
Breaks you around.
16-hour video essay on Wizards of Waverly Place. Oh, what was it? I need to go find it.
Yeah, no, I watched that as well.
But basically they'll have RGB lights and one of them will be set to red and one of them will be set to blue, and then they'll mix in the middle of the frame so it looks like the bisexual flag.
Oh. You see, I'm a VTuber.
That's why it's called
So-
bisexual lighting.
Yeah, I'm a.
You could just put the bisexual flag behind. Do you really make people confused?
What? What? I mean, I could just do the rainbow flag, but either way. Hey, Locutus, how you doing? I mean, we've been waffling on for almost 15 minutes already. Jeez. Just quickly then, Gatewalkers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If you like what we're doing here, then Gatewalkers is on tomorrow night, and they're starting book 3, and they're about to go to a creepy doctor's mansion. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be putting in some of the creatures from Vic Lander's Menagerie, which we featured on the channel on Tuesday just past. So that's going to be even better. I'm looking forward to it. Otherwise, character introductions. Who wishes to go first?
What are those? What's a character?
Oh dear God. Korgar.
What is tabletop role playing?
I am Gaga, and I go rara. I live forever now because we're level 14.
Radio Korgar. Radio
That's
Korgar.
me, Radio Korgar.
Now we have a use for the heralds.
Oh no. Oh no. But yes, I am Radio Korgar. I transmit. I'm trying to find a thing for battle forms and transmission. I'll get back to that one.
All right.
something
I
roll up.
transform a lot.
Korgar is an animorph.
Yeah, but I've got cooler forms, and
Korgar's an animal
Maybe.
about the trauma.
I was gonna say maybe less PTSD.
Maybe.
yeah, I've better forms, and I do the anime transformation of just going poof.
Yeah, no, that's true.
We don't know what happened to Korgar's wife and kids. We've never met them.
They're
And
at
you never
home.
will.
That's like the
I want
most
to meet
hilarious part about
Korgar's
this.
wife and
Yeah,
kids.
no, we're absolutely meeting these people.
Oh God.
Mr.
Sure.
yells at everyone for having girlfriends and boyfriends.
Yeah.
Because he's a granddad. That's what he does.
Don't you know you go straight from meeting someone to married? I grew up in the church. I know how this works.
Back in my day, we kidnapped the people we loved.
I heard that
Yeah.
laugh.
You and this girl you met 2 weeks ago, you drive down to Vegas, you get married, and then you have sex, and then you go and you get it annulled, and then you drive back up to BYU.
Those were words in a sentence.
Worst part is I understood
That's
the
the-
entire thing.
That's
Ah.
a thing some Mormons do
Yep.
to get around the no sex outside of marriage
Look.
thing.
They do a lot of weird things to bypass it, and
You just go,
Yep.
why?
it's stupid because as someone that would supposedly believe in God, you think they'd realize, man, a God would be smart enough to realize that this is a stupid loophole and it doesn't count.
I don't know.
I know.
I think God's a lawyer. He's a pedant.
Well,
They're worshipping the wrong God.
Mighty Mormon Power Ranger.
Illustrana.
I'm Juliet. I'm from Utah. That's why I know so much about Mormons. And I
native
play
to Utah.
Illustrana. I play Illustrana. She is an elf rogue, and she's the roguiest rogue to have ever rogued. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
I disagree. Rouge the Bat exists.
This is peak rogue performance.
So this is the end you were bringing tonight, yeah?
Absolutely.
I am only
Beautiful.
halfway through my drink, Matt. We've got ways to go.
Bow.
Wait, what?
Gotta tell people who
Me?
you is.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Nick. I'm Martin Maxwell in chat. I play Bao Saiying, the Yao Guai champion of Sun Wukong.
All right. Whisper?
Hi, I'm Leo. I play Whisper, and I'm having to tone it down a lot, not to make a lot of these conversations more awkward.
Look. I know.
You're allowed to.
Yeah, that's on brand. It's character.
I know, but there's like creepy messing with people, and there's just being overly horny.
Yes. No, I get
Oh.
it. Like we're mature tagged and everything else like that, but
Yes, and
Mature tags, not mature brained.
Yes, the edge is telling you how much I've spent on commissions from Tumblr, and not the content of those commissions.
I think you can just say from Tumblr, and it sort of it
Implied.
readies you for anything.
Yeah.
like pre-Tumblr apocalypse.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I explained to someone why one of my guns on Warframe is called emetophilia.
I don't want to delve in that because I'm probably gonna be a bit frustrated by the answer. Oh, okay. I guess Nick's gonna tell us anyways then.
Oh, we're gonna find out, even if it's in like.
Yeah,
private
you know what?
messages and
I'm
stuff.
leaving that one alone.
Okay.
But hey, good joke.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
No.
Hello, everyone. The voice you're hearing is mine. I am Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Eldritch buddy Deaton. We're kind of in a shared body situation via a dark, mysterious contract that I am never allowed to speak about. But things are going online, and we're going good. You don't need to worry about it. And I do a lot of like tabletop role-playing game stuff here on the channel. And I sometimes play video games as well. I'm probably going to be playing some more Pokemon Infinite Fusion because I kind of miss it this week at some point. I don't know when. But as I switch over to the map, who remembers what happened last week?
Trauma.
My bird died. Also, Illustrana's not actually here.
Yeah, that's why I deleted it.
He was. I'm still on my token.
Neither is
here.
Bao. Bao's not here either.
I kind of just got you here as a
yeah,
default.
My bird got murdered. And
Bird
I
got torn
100.
apart.
I
Literally.
100% blame Matt for that because
Yeah.
he crit twice. And then I guess I'm a little bit to blame because after my bird was already unconscious and technically dead, it did crit fail. It's a fortitude save. So
It's definitely no one else's fault for goading Matt to do it because we all knew it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me that will always think, you know, they're goading me into this, but it's not going to happen regardless. Because this
No.
is a random chance dice game.
That's not
But-
how fate works, Matt.
That's the worst part. Because it's like, statistically, this shouldn't happen. Oh no, it's happened again. It's happened too many times now.
The dice follow the narrative.
Like Agents of Edgewatch and Phantasmal Killer.
Hey,
Yeah?
Hey.
Yeah? Yeah.
it's not my fault.
It happened twice, Nick.
He's a reformed
It's
murderer.
not my fault.
It happened twice.
And they should have saved better.
I don't care if they were several levels beneath me. They should have saved better.
Oh, they were almost 6 feet beneath them. But other stuff did also happen.
there was some Hell Knights. They apparently have some cards and want them.
Oh my gosh. Do I?
Ex Hell Knights.
So
Oh,
I'm
they're
not
still
sure-
wearing armor.
And
do they have like an artwork for Hell Knight armor on archives?
Maybe? I don't know.
give me a second. I might
'Cause-
have it in. Because Hell Knights are absolutely a thing that no, because they're not an Aeon. Nah, I've just done the Cavalry Brigade. Which does feature the Hell Knight plate somewhat.
Yeah, and it looks sick.
Like, edgy as fuck. Like, that's a skull breastplate right there.
Yeah, it is, but look at the curvature. That's dope.
Honestly, I'm more enamored by the barding. I think that looks sick as hell on those horsies.
Yeah, those
all of
horses
it
are
just
gonna
looks
die.
amazing. Like, the whole ensemble is amazing. Like, whoever drew this as part of Paizo, hats off. This shit's great.
I
feel
will
like
say,
they're-
I don't think the horses look enough like cows for Paizo. I think
No,
it's
That's
just
true.
different from their brand.
I think they might have outsourced this.
No,
I
the helmet's covering the head, and that's where the cowness comes in.
Isn't it
One
the
thing I do
nose?
appreciate is that even though there's the perspective and obviously they're vanishing into the distance, they haven't taken the lazy thing of just copy pasting. They are all different heights.
Yes.
No, some of them have been. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Like
there's a small difference, but it's more the fact that they haven't just scaled them down uniformly.
Yeah.
They are actually, you can see that they are different heights, and the helmet is on a little different angle as well.
And the horses are all different colors too.
It's a pity they're all horses, though.
Right?
As
Like,
opposed to like hellhounds or something.
Murder birds.
Oh right.
Terror birds.
There's one
Not
guy at
an
the end, he's on
Absalom,
a mule.
Oh.
Also,
Hey, I'm
My hell donkey.
also, this is lore. Hell Knight centaurs are a thing.
True.
Yo, I want to see that.
Particularly, you had to fight him in one of the society modules, I believe.
So
Didn't we fight one in Gatewalkers?
No, he was a Yell Knight. He was
Uh,
very shouty.
Oh no, she was just a centaur.
Okay.
They don't all have to be Hell Knights,
Hashtag not all centaurs.
right?
Hashtag most centaurs.
But pretty much where we left off last week was Granny, who is the avatar, I guess, for the Silent Hag Harrowed, offered to put Illustrana's animal companion, Betonius, in the oven.
And
Presumably-
was tasty.
Illustrana was not enamored with that idea, but she ended up trusting her.
I mean,
just didn't quite appreciate the wordplay.
As the kids say, Illustrana, let her cook.
oh look, there was a couple of puns going on with that one. I make no apologies for it.
We're just glad it didn't turn out the Hansel Gretel route.
Very true.
Okay, but for a second there, did things just smell really delicious?
Well, I mean, that's the question, I guess. Bao, how long were you spending in the bar?
So Bao's definitely taken over one of the smaller, backroom private drinking room areas.
Yeah.
That's now where they're going to be doing all their whatever official business. There's a small shrine now set up at the back wall to Sun Wukong. Low table,
Yeah.
comfortable cushions, fully stocked bar.
Just fully stocked.
Yeah.
Well, you are the ruler for the nation, so it's not like the bartender's going to charge you for it. Also,
And the drinks don't come from anywhere, so it's an infinite
they're-
tab.
Like,
We
it's
have
weird.
infinite monopoly money, Matt.
It's weird though, because now that the Harrowed has a proper bar and stuff, there are people who go in there.
At I don't know if we're like, are we doing things right now, or is this just like set up for something else?
You're kind of doing things now. We will get to Illustrana stuff in a minute, but
Cool, because I would like to formally request one of the people who turned up for talks to come see me.
which one? Or should I just pick one randomly?
Honestly, the
Axomite
no, the
wizard.
I don't want to say Illustrana's girlfriend, but Illustrana's girlfriend would be the best.
Chalet?
Yeah.
Almost Illustrana.
She's not my girlfriend.
Yet.
That one?
That's the one.
She's so pretty.
Can I redeem a hydrate for a player? Is that
A thirsty player.
Elves invented being thirsty.
But yes, you can summon her to the bar if you like. Also, have we named it yet? I don't think we have.
I mean,
When
we
you're
only
ready.
just got the card, Matt.
I know, but see, I don't know.
I was too
I
preoccupied
thought it was
trying
named
to
the
use
public can.
I'm sure we can do better. But
Yeah, no, that just sounds like an outhouse.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
leave
bar.
it with me. I'm not good at the moment.
I mean the one I used to use was Togiribin, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing wrong, but it means broken bottle.
See, if it was pirate themed, we could have called it the Lonely Mast.
See, that's good. I like that.
Tish.
But you can in fact summon her to the bar if you like.
Yes, please.
It takes her
I
a
would
little...
point out that she was actively comforting Illustrana before that, so...
Now I feel bad.
Oh no, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But no, she will show up at the bar looking a little bit harried, but she gets guided to your back room.
Drinks are offered.
She takes one. She takes a wine.
Hi. So, I have a bit of a request to make of you, if at all possible.
I mean, you can certainly make the request.
Cheers. How did you get here?
Planar transport, like planar shift.
Is that just for you, or can you bring other people as well?
Technically I can bring other people. I came from the Midnight Palette, though. Specifically.
Do you know if, like, it'd work from leaving from Galarian or anywhere like that?
Oh yeah.
Rad. You're a follower of someone who takes care of the outcasts, correct?
Nocticular, yeah.
Yes. Next
And
time
Destiny.
you're on the Prime material, feel free to bring back with you as many of the outcast, the poor, and the downtrodden as you can possibly manage. I would like to make this town a refuge for people.
Okay. First, I'm completely okay with this on a personal level, and the church that I represent would also be completely down with this. Have you just... Sorry, as I understand it, Harrowed is ruled by council.
Correct.
She kind of looks around the room. I'm noticing we're not in the throne room or the council
As she
chambers.
looks around the room, it would be obvious that Bao is sitting in front of what is essentially a shrine to Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really should answer most of her questions.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Uh,
Like, she's cleric. She knows, like... I just feel like... Is this something that has been discussed with the other rulers, council members?
not in the least.
Okay. But I am getting permission from you, and you are one of the rulers.
This is really less of a ruler thing and more of a generally decent person thing.
It's... You do have to understand that this is somewhat of a political position for me. Or at least
Oh, absolutely.
my
yes.
aspects as is.
I am new to the whole political position thing. So essentially, I'm... What's the correct term? It's not quite rebelling, but I'm rebelling against myself. I'm working under the nose of the counselor.
Which would be you in this case.
Correct. It's all very zen.
She gives a legitimate chuckle at that. It's just, very well, we can do that. I understand they probably won't be coming from Zinshalast, however.
That's fine.
I feel like this will go without saying, but will these people be given food, board, something?
From my understanding, food works here.
It certainly does work here.
And I'll be working, well, the counselor will be working with Dodd to see that there's enough for everyone. Not just food, but shelter, jobs, the works.
Well, I can definitely appreciate that. Well, I'm sure I'll reach out for my connections and see what can be done.
Thank you. We were, up until all of you turned up, under the impression that outside of the cards, there was no other way to get in or out of this place, but now that we know that there are other ways, where I can see things changing.
Well, I think you have to understand, it's not so much that this place was protected, it's more that no one knew about it. Up until, a month ago, this demi-plane did not exist.
All the more reason to bring others in.
And Illustrana. Alright, well, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much. And just as I know we don't know each other too well, but as a small personal favor from me, and with this, Bao is absolutely going to do a big dramatic wink. Don't tell any of the other councils.
Okay, well, I feel like I should let you know. Some of the locals have been attending the services at the temple.
Fantastic.
Yes?
They don't have souls.
If there's a problem, please let me know.
There isn't a problem. It's just... The Church of Nauticular is somewhat new. We don't really have formalized services. So we've kind of just been winging it.
My kind of church, yeah.
We don't know why the locals have been showing up, is more to the point. For, like, services.
In your travels around this town, have there been many churches that you've come across? Like, on your level?
On our level? No, we're the only one.
I have this real deep feeling that while the people here are not in the strictest sense the same as you and I, they understand some things get done, if that makes sense. You've built a church. People are turning up because that's what churches are for.
Well, true, but usually we do art lessons.
Yes?
Well, that's part of what we do. And this is more to the point of what I'm driving at. They don't seem to have much in the way of creativity, if that makes sense.
Probably the whole soul issue, huh?
Look, there's a spark of something there, truly, but it does feel a bit off. But she kind of gestures around. Everything about this place feels a little bit off.
I'm hoping with the addition of more people, they'll essentially rub off onto the citizens here.
I hope so.
Help them become more real.
Which, you know, has its own implications, but that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, that's a Pharasmite's pay grade.
Right? Like, how would you even do that as an ancestry or heritage? Just like, not even a reflection, you just kind of appeared one day and slowly gained sentience, I guess. Alright, well, I will leave you to your... Once again, she kind of glances around the room. Work?
It's a divine mandate that I at least sample these fine concoctions.
The bartender brings in a plate of cocktails.
Way! Praise be to Sun Wukong.
She gives a slight bow before leaving.
I wave. Ah.
Now, I should point out this is kind of the time period between Betonius going in the oven and coming out of the oven. So at this point, this would be where our chalet would be going to you, Illustrana, to comfort you.
Okay.
Just so we got the timeline right.
So we got the timeline right, okay.
Korgar and Whisper, are you doing anything in this? It'll be overnight, essentially.
Olga hasn't realized that Bal's cured her eyesight, so now that he's got his staff of healing, he's now going to go poke Bal with soothing body.
Well, you will find...
Soothing? Sound body.
Sound body. You will find her at the bar.
I jab her with my staff in the side. Cast sound body.
Bow, guess what?
I'm no longer drunk.
Correct.
Wrong one. That one is cleanse affliction.
You're no longer
Yeah.
sickened.
All the benefits of being drunk with none of the downsides. It's like you're a cleric of Caden Clean.
So, like, nothing happens. Wonderful. Oh, hey, Kogo. Join me, won't you?
I join.
I will offer
It
you
appears that my
any
spell didn't do anything.
selection.
Orgar doesn't say anything. He's slightly disappointed. You notice he does look slightly younger, though. But you're not sure if it's younger or that his face isn't sagging as much.
I'm gonna peer real hard at the drink that I have and then real hard at you. You feeling alright, buddy?
Yes.
You don't sound alright.
I'm very full right now.
Oh, okay. So you don't want any snacks?
No.
Okay.
I would like many snacks.
Yeah, well. They do an amazing pot sticker here.
Look, I will say, as much as magic is magic, I feel like you'd burn a lot of carbs doing polymorphing, like wild shaping and stuff like that.
My punches is still my punches.
Yeah, I
Hard
feel...
throwing that much weight around. That's why everyone else is clumsy when they grow in size, except for me. I'm just cool.
Well, that was the other thing. As much as like Korgar's an old man, it's like he probably has that Uncle Ira body, like from the end of the series.
Do you want to bring up the full size image of Korgar, the other one?
Do I have it attached?
Like, even regardless, Kogar may be an old man that turns into a dragon. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, Korgar's not like frail
No.
or anything of the sort. He's that granddad that doesn't look like a granddad. He's just a gray dude that's buff as fuck.
Yeah.
And anyone says that you don't need strength and constitution as a caster is stupid.
Isn't
You
playing a war priest.
I do love me a muscle wizard.
You don't need spell slots. You just need focus spells and a couple chain lightnings. They don't. You can't go wrong with chain lightning.
Always a winner.
So what can I do you for?
Sleepy time. That one was big ouch.
Okay.
Oh, the Hell Knights, the blasting, big centipede, the screaming children. It was awful.
That was a pretty bad time.
Where were there screaming children?
But someone else brought it
The-
up.
The sun children
Oh,
The Shining Children, yeah.
screaming so loud that it blinded you. Well,
Simpsons,
blinded
yeah.
everyone else.
yeah, I voluntarily went blind.
If I stab my eyes out, I can't be blinded.
You can't fire me, I quit.
They
Exactly.
can't catch
Yeah.
me if I'm already on fire.
It amuses me so much that works. because it would have had the visual trait.
Correct.
And it was just so funny. It's like, if I blind myself, the visual aspect no longer works because I can't see.
And
Funny Pathfinder mechanics.
I will ask Korgar, how would Korgar be feeling about, because everyone else kind of, well, Bao was blind at the time, but how would Korgar feel about watching what happened to Protodius happen?
Illustrana was
druid.
also blind at the time.
I mean, it was graphic, but he's an untamed druid. It's just kind of how nature goes. It's pretty rough and brutal.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I was just kind of interested because, like, a druid, like, how
His main concern was like, oh, this isn't good. I'm hurt. They're hurt. That's a very hurt bird.
It's an understatement. The bird was in half.
Yeah, very hurt.
Fair
Would you
enough.
not describe the dying condition as
Well-
very hurt?
The dead condition.
Well,
Very hurt.
if you're a sleepy boy, Kogar, do you want me to walk you back to your room? I don't think they like it when you sleep at the bar.
No sleep. Only recovery.
Yeah, that's called sleep, my dude.
Ha ha! Says you. What?
Do you have that thing where you no longer have to sleep as well?
No, I don't get that.
Okay. Because I know that was something on Pathfinder 1. Monks and druids
Cleanse
no longer-
affliction, clear mind, stabilize, breath of life, all sorts of different things that means Korgar doesn't have to sleep. Or it doesn't tired, so he can enjoy his drinks and then go to bed of his own accord.
Aw.
Elves have to sleep now in 2nd edition.
Which, look, I know they have a policy to not
Woke
explain.
laugh.
Elves didn't invent sleeping, but they really thought it was a good idea and decided to do it as well.
There's a lot of things they haven't explained regarding the changes between Pathfinder 1 and Pathfinder 2. But that's one of the things I would like to just have some sort of explanation for. Not for any kind of like a reassurance that, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Just to see what buckwild reason they come up with.
Elves always slept. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy to suggest that they never that they used to not sleep. I believe that is the explanation. Sort of like kobolds always were influenced by the largest magical creature near them. They were never just dragons.
Which is why I have my kind of table canon where it's like Gorham's death caused a massive shift in the universe and the underpinnings of how it all works, and that's why everything has changed slightly.
Gorham calls the remaster.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I went through that during Gatewalkers.
Oh shit! All my draconic spells have changed as a sorcerer. Man, it must have been that guy dying.
One
The
guy
god
died.
of not even magic dying.
They could have made it a bit more fun and made it the same as like the Malkavians in the Grand Plank.
Yeah. But at the same point, I haven't read War of the Immortals, and they might have gone through it during that. But I don't think they did specifically for the remaster. But anyway, Bao Kogar, you are able to have your happy drinks.
Wonderful.
In Kogar's presence, Bao, it is probably impossible to get sickeningly drunk. Mostly because...
I guess that's fine.
well, I just get the feeling, Kogar, you're kind of waiting to use Sound Body for a good reason.
Nope.
No? Just happy? Alright.
I'm just happy that I've got a staff that has a purpose now.
I mean, your old stuff had a purpose. You just...
It did?
plant spells! And I'm pretty
Wow,
sure
what a
identifying plants?
Terrible plant spells. All the worst ones, like speak with plants. You know, that thing that I just innately get as a druid.
Maybe you were an animal talking with druid.
You can get both.
You get both, really? Wild.
You can pick up speak with plants as a druid feat now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which one did I go for?
I didn't.
Yeah, no, I can just speak with plants anyways.
Well, while they're doing that, Whisper, what are you up to? Because last we heard, you were talking to a Sasha. Because I have to look at the word before I say it.
You were absolutely about to say raccoon.
Yeah, I was like, I do not remember
Tanuki?
Whisper talking to a raccoon, but I fully believe that.
Yeah.
I'm actually Matt. They're Tanukis.
I mean, it would be the publican, but
All ogre
Whisper
now.
was, overseeing the whole like veil of protection that he was going to try to put on Harrowed to stop any kind of divination getting through.
Hmm. And he is going to be doing that, but that process will take like 8 hours or something.
Okay. But other than that, she will also be continuing her training in the courtyard with the heralds.
Okay, so I've started putting down notes for a herald-based stance for monks. Like, so doing martial arts moves while also playing a trumpet.
Thundering
A
Fist.
bard.
Parade
I'm-
stance.
Kind of, actually, parade stance is a lot better than the one I've thought of. But yeah, so expect that soon, yes.
But yeah, the purpose of that is to do a little bit more retraining.
Yep. And you can retrain. Like I said, there's going to be a fair bit of downtime between these two books. But Illustrana,
Hello.
where last we left you, you had heard the slight tapping on the inside of an oven door. As if by a beak.
Illustrana sort of wipes away the tears that are in her eyes and sort of looks at the oven and if no one stops her will run over and open it.
Well, Granny will be there, and like as the knocking happens, Granny will be near you, like waiting for you to stand up, and she will gesture towards the oven for you to open it.
Illustrana opens it.
There's a bit
It's a
of
cooked bird.
pull out the
Where are
tray.
the oven mitts?
70 degrees, just perfect. You open up the oven, and there is a fair bit of steam and slight smoke that comes out. It's not thickened or black, it's just kind of a pale white, but there's kind of a silver sheen to it, I guess would be the best way to put it. But sure enough, Betonius exits the oven and kind of extends his wings slightly, giving them a flap or two. There's a slight look of confusion on his face. As much as a bird can.
Illustrana will throw her arms around Butonius's neck and start crying again, this time happier tears into like his neck.
Aww. Well, as you're holding him, tears of joy streaming down your face with the return of life to your bird, this is when you will notice the scars, perhaps stitching across his body. For the most part, they're hidden by the feathers, but there are sections, particularly around the neck, where it can get a little bit more obvious, where the stitching itself seems to be made of silver.
Illustrana runs her fingers along one and just goes, What is this?
Granny will kind of stand up. Kind of give a nod, and then... Are you in armor at the moment?
What, me?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
assume armor? Breastplate,
Yeah.
I think? Or something like that?
No, I think I'm in leather. Let me. It's cloud dragon scales is what it is.
Ah.
But it's leather is the technical type, armor type.
She'll gesture to your own body, particularly one of your old war wounds, where after one injury you had to get stitched up again.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll gesture to it, and then she'll gesture to Betonius to say, you know, a similar thing.
Oh, okay.
And she'll just smile wildly, serenely.
Illustrana will go back to petting Butonius, and just hugging him.
Mm-hmm.
She's very excited.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it. I would ask you to do like a occult check or something like that, but I think that's the last thing on Illustrana's mind right now.
Yeah.
But no, you have your bird back. And as has been already discussed, Betonius now has the silver thread specialization.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Butonius, let's go get you a cow. And Illustrana will take Butonius to go find the nearest cow, and she will pay for it in Monopoly money. And Butonius will chow down, I assume.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Coming back from the dead leaves you a bit hungry. And not just for life.
Yeah, that's what Illustrana is doing. Is Arushale still around?
Well, she can be around. Like if
I
you
was
summoned her back.
Curious. I was just curious.
Eventually she will come to check on you, and she'll be kind of as surprised to see that Betonius is back. She'll just kind of go,
Yes.
It's not often you see animals resurrected in such a way. Like, I've heard druids do it.
Well, I mean, he's a very special bird. I've had him since he was a chick.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Just, I'm surprised is all. And I will say the silver threads are quite fetching.
Butonius, hearing that, will just sort of like stand very cool and regally.
Just kind of extend
Like,
out the wings
I'm
casually.
Fetching.
Yeah.
I'm fetching. Because he can understand words now.
Yeah. And she'll see that, she'll just go, yes, and you're quite handsome too.
Imagine he does that like little head wobble thing that the budgies do.
Yeah. Like, I know Betonius is like a giant ass hawk, but I keep thinking a cockatoo, like regarding mannerisms, and I know that's not accurate. But cockatoos, you look at them, you look them in the eyes, and it's like, there's more intelligence there than we think, isn't there?
And they choose absolute chaos and destruction for it.
Yep.
Oh, this thing makes an echo? Ah!
And they have preferences in music, which is also wild to me. But yes, Illustrana.
Yeah, so probably just going to spend the rest of the evening keeping Butonius company.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fair.
That's what Illustrana's gonna do.
Well,
And she does go, I'm sorry, next time we see a giant centipede, I think we should probably just turn the other way, I think. At least one that big.
he kind of does a stomp is probably the wrong word for it, but definitely kind of grips the ground a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
You get
He's turned into a rabbit.
well, you kind of get a sense of vengeance about it.
Well, if you want to kill a giant, I'm sure we can. Maybe wait till you're a little bit more recovered.
The response is, and I can only refer to this as a bird-like pout. Well, Whisper. You are summoned back by the Rakasha.
Rakshasa?
Yes. I keep thinking there are letters in there that super aren't, but I'm determined to get this right. But yes, Whisper, you were summoned back. When you enter into their chambers, they seem to be relaxing, as if they have gone through something quite strenuous. Their hair looks a little bit messed, and they're kind of having just a casual toke and some wine. Whisper, it is done.
To what extent?
The demi-plane should be protected from divinations. At least to most divinations. I cannot stop the sight of a god.
Is that a currently?
Well, I will say that the gods probably have bigger things to deal with than what we're doing here, especially at the moment. But perhaps in the future we can reinforce it, make it stronger. But I assure you, this will stop most clairvoyance. Only the most powerful of divination spells will be able to pierce it.
That's good. I am assuming that's only work inwards. And we can still look outwards.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think Granny would be most upset with me if that was the case. If that wasn't the case.
It's good. I'm glad that you mentioned her. Reminds me we have something to give her.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at that.
We have an orb.
Yes. Also, I find it amusing you called her Granny too.
Well, that is her name here. Or at least the name that she has accepted. Far be it for me to argue with such things.
Interesting. Is there anything else you can provide?
I can provide fine company. I keep my ears to the ground regarding rumors, stories, information that might be passing through.
That's also interesting. You should keep that ear chained for some Pathfinders.
At that, he smiles again. What are we planning with the Pathfinder Society?
So much what we plan, but what they plan. I'd rather if those plans didn't involve us.
Well, I have been led to believe that the Pathfinder Society is also hunting for these cards.
Hunting or collecting?
A bit of both. As much as the Pathfinder Society has been working exceptionally hard to make their reputation a little bit more wholesome than it once was, there's still very much a concern about such powerful cards being spread out across all of Galarian. They want to keep it out of the wrong hands. And unfortunately, I think that would include you as well.
Rather presumptuous for them to define wrong.
Unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. Not to say that they're always wrong, sometimes they're correct, but I have been led to believe that they do have some cards in their possession.
Interesting.
Do you have
I'm
any?
assuming.
You can continue, Whisper.
I'm assuming you have more information than that.
I know where they're being held, or where they're being collected currently.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know.
Currently, they're being held in the Grand Lodge of Absalom, beneath the lodge itself.
Of course.
Lodge heist.
And I'm also aware that the Pathfinders in question are very frustrated with the fact that they don't have their own cards means they can't access Harrowed. I think they observed your teleportation trick with the cards and assumed that would just be universal.
They should get good.
That's fine. I think we can leverage that slightly.
Well, the only other information I have on the thing is I know which Pathfinder is currently heading up the operation.
It would happen to be a gnomish woman, would it?
No. A woman by the name of Zata Draleen. She too has something of a unsavory reputation, but that's all in the past for them.
Time is relative.
I know that all too well. But did you have any other questions for me, Whisper?
Fine, Crackle. She's just gonna leave. She's not going to wait for a response to that.
What a confusing young lady. Well, at this point, 2 weeks are going to pass. So I kind of want to know, players, what do you want to do in that time?
I have things.
You have things?
I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have things to do as well. I mean,
Awesome. So, first things first, what is the DC for the mimes again?
Okay, they're not specifically mimes, just so we're aware, right? There are mimes amongst them.
Sure. The performers.
I believe it is DC 30?
30 sounds reasonable.
Oh, Whisper has the card. Yeah, no, they're all mimes.
Yay!
The card holder decrees that they're all mimes.
If you require assistance, I am more than happy to help.
It's with the juggler, isn't it? Yeah, DC 30.
And I think you said it was a performance check. Could
Correct.
I use art lore instead?
I can allow art lore, but how are
Okay.
you applying art lore in this case?
I would be giving them instruction on how to perform an elven dance. That is often done in the city of Iadara,
Yeah.
the elven capital.
Okay.
That's how I'm applying art lore.
I'm gonna say
Dance
yes.
is an art.
Dance is an art. I'm gonna say yes, but I'm also increasing the DC by 2.
Okay. That's well worth it. It's a 6 difference between the two. And then I would get Bao to aid me if she would like to.
More than happy to.
Amazing. Master, so I get a +3. +3.
Also, I should let everyone know you all have 2 hero points.
And
Saw that before. Thank you.
roll. God damn it. How long does it take to teach them?
I think it's an entire day.
I can waste one day. It's not worth hero pointing. Would Bao help a second day, or would Bao be like, no, you failed the first day?
See, so Kionan's one of the few places Bao's never been because of
Yeah, because they're
racism.
weird about. Yeah, they're
So,
weird
like,
about outside.
Bao is so down to clown for this one.
Apparently, they're opening their borders more.
More. You still need diplomatic access to get to Iadara.
The mimes just aren't getting it. Like, they're trying, don't get me wrong. But, you know, every now and again, every now and again, one of them will just, you know, sit down to have a snack. An invisible banana gets thrown. One of them slips on it. You know how it is.
Day 3. If you want to roll the aid check.
Okay. So for a third day, Bao is going to ask you to do something for her.
Uh-huh.
Using your art law, you will design a sign for the bar.
Oh yeah, I can do that. That's pretty easy.
I want it to say Tokunagas.
Okay. Radical.
There we go.
Finally.
Just required
Finally.
blackmail.
Just required blackmail. Zadamara lock. Okay, now I got that. I was like, what the? Okay. With your 40, Illustrana, you are able to critically succeed on this. And the mimes finally get the dance.
Thank you.
And they are able to teleport. Well, you're able to teleport to the Elven capital should you choose to. Via
Awesome.
mimes.
Via mimes.
Via mimes.
Illustrana, upon having this teleportation available, will then head over to the Temple of Nocticula.
Well, you're gonna head over to there. Arshale will be waiting. Well, not waiting. She'll be there overseeing the work. At this point, the temple is mostly done. They're just doing the finer artworks and other designs and things like that. The artists, for the most part, are given free reign to pretty much do what they want, but they have to stay in theme.
And also, they can only finish their works at night.
Yeah.
That's a rule of Nocticula, fun fact.
The last thing I want to do is perform an anathema in a temple.
Mm-hmm.
That's curse territory.
Hi. Arushale, I was wondering if perhaps, I don't know if you've ever been to Kionan. I was wondering if maybe you would like to go?
As far as I was aware, I'm not allowed in Kionan.
Well, I am, a ward of the Viridian Crown, so I do have some diplomatic pull, and I am allowed to bring outsiders into the nation, so long as we stay to the designated areas, obviously.
Illustrana, are you a princess?
Not a princess per se. I'm adopted by the queen. However, I'm a ward of the palace. Butonius is an heir to Nerian, the queen's familiar.
So
Butonius is sort of a prince.
princely and handsome, then. Well, I'm happy to join you.
All right. I was thinking maybe we could get dinner or something.
You're gonna hate me for this, Illustrana. Give me a diplomacy check.
Fuck you. No!
Oh my god.
No! Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, honey, you want to come out for just dinner with me in my elven capital? They won't hate you whatsoever. They only like you when you've got pointy ears like me.
That was perfect, though.
Well, at
These
least you've got
dice
supervision.
hate me. I swear to God.
Well, I feel like the natural one was because Bao was in the background doing eyebrows at her.
He doesn't have eyebrows. He's a bird.
That's why I said Bao.
Oh, Bow. I thought you said Butonius.
Bao's busy getting bags ready.
What, to bring food and booze back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gonna say, it's definitely not because you're wanting to go there to stay there.
I mean,
Maybe
who
also
would go
kidnap
down?
some people. I'm not sure yet.
There are no homeless people in Kionan.
Uh-huh.
You say,
There's
Matt.
a bunch of empty houses because people just up and leave when they hit about 1,000.
They go into the west, and by the west, they go to Castroville. Oh god, Castrovel is Florida for elves.
Oh, no.
Ah,
It has crocodiles too. Oh god.
and Shalastus. That's why you know it's crazy.
33, Matt.
She thinks about it for a couple of moments, enough to give you anxiety. Before she goes, I think dinner would be lovely.
All right. Well, I'll go get ready. And then what time should I pick you up? And then we teleport through the mimes?
She kind of looks stunned for a couple of moments and says, I'm sorry, teleport via mimes?
This is a very weird place. As far as I understand, Whisper has the card, and they're supposed to just be sorts of street performers, but Whisper has made them all mimes.
I have so many questions, but you know what? Sundown, I guess?
All right. And Illustrana hurries off to get all fancy.
Oh, fancy's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, I only have the one picture of our chalet.
Ugh. I can't believe you don't have more pictures.
Right?
I'm sure a quick Google search can fix that. Probably the ones that Illustrana wants to see.
Whisper's behind Ursula as she turns around and is just like, I like mimes.
There is an absolute moment of pure fright as you jump scare this poor woman. Like, she goes for her star knife and everything, but kind of composes herself and relaxes and goes, well, I won't say I'm against mimes. It's a choice.
I'm taking 55 gold from the party stash and no one can stop me.
Wow, how could you ever do this thing?
Boom.
Can
Why
It's
don't
right.
you take more Monopoly money with you?
Oh, I'm also taking food for the date. I'm
Oh, so
also
you're gonna
taking
do a
money for
picnic?
that.
You gonna do
Or
a
not
picnic?
food. I meant money.
Okay.
We are not
okay.
doing a picnic. I'll take 50 gold pieces should cover it.
Well, Arashale says to you, Whisper, can I help you, Whisper?
Not particularly. I was curious to see how Butonius was doing.
Huh? He seems to be full and healthy, and as far as I'm aware, back to his old self. Likes to be
Good.
complimented.
He is a pretty birdie.
Somewhere. Petronius just perks up. Well, I have a diplomatic meeting to prepare for. In Kiernan, of all places.
A diplomatic meeting, sure. That's what we're calling it now.
Interesting. I actually had a question for you, now that I think of it.
By all means.
How did you first find out about the cards again?
It's not so much that I found out. I suppose we could tell you. Queen Sorshan.
That's right. It was some sort of revelation, wasn't it?
As I understand it, Queen Sortian keeps her magical senses tuned for any artifacts that might appear across Galarian. Not so much because she wishes them for herself, but just because they can be dangerous. And as an ex-Lebrun Lord, she has much to be concerned about, especially considering our neighbors.
It is often easier to outrun the wave when you can hear it coming.
I've never heard that phrase before, but it's apt. She tries at the very least.
Some waves are a bit too big, though.
Well, it is my hope, and I'm pretty safe to say that it's Queen Sortian's hope as well, that these cards don't fall into the hands of Belimarius.
Wouldn't do now, would it?
At all. But, did you have any other questions for me?
That's it for now. Enjoy your trip.
She smiles a little bit wider than you would potentially expect, I guess. I think I will.
Absolutely had to stop yourself saying date there, didn't you?
It absolutely was. That was why they were setting up for this.
Well, she will leave and begin to get dressed. Now, considering it is 7 p.m., or almost 7 p.m., we might stop there for our 10-minute break. Do the arm stretching, the legs, the commercial stuff, all that stuff. That is good for us to do. Also, I think my dinner's ready, so I might have to pick that up. But we will be gone for about 10 minutes. We shall be back. Everyone's kind of on like 2 hero points, or at least 1. I might run a poll, I might not. We'll see how things go. I know tonight's going to be a fair bit of role playing, but there might be a little bit of combat as well, depending on how things go. So,
Dude, my date's gonna go that badly?
Oh, listen,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
it's gonna be
coming with
funny.
you, and I'm going to make sure there may in fact be combat.
well, there you have that one. But, yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hope to see you then. Hello, everyone. We have returned.
Hello.
I'll be real with you. I
Hello.
did not stretch, so I'm doing it now.
Monster.
Because I'm a good person. I'm a good streamer. I do the stretching.
Yeah, sure.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I was to get inflexible in my old age. But at the moment, our party is just kind of collating some stuff to sell. Oh god, there is a lot in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just checking, it was like half price for non-treasure things, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
Though with the treasure things, you can usually just press the sell button. And it'll do the thing for you.
I think I gotta like pull it into my gear to do that.
Potentially. As much as I do love the Foundry system, we get significantly spoiled. As for the poll, who would be best on a date? Bow 1.
What?
Bow would be fun on a date.
2 votes, Bow 1.
Oh yeah, me.
Because I'm trying to think of things that are outside of just like I don't know, midpoint, hero point. Because Bill always comes up with really clever questions.
He does.
And it's just like, I need to put more effort into him now. We are still kind of waiting on Sam, but just while we're waiting, for those who are watching, either with the VOD or otherwise, also thank you everyone who's watching this on the VOD. Things will be changing with that in the future. I'm just getting together the time to do it. But I do actually have a book currently for Pathfinder 2nd Edition that is in playtesting. We're doing the finalizations on the edits for it. The edits and the layout are currently being done for the final version of it. Also, we're adding some content to it. I've recently written up a new Gunslinger way that's going to be going into it, so I think that's a half dozen different Gunslinger subclasses that are going into this book now. And this one is specifically for air repeaters. You know, that firearm that everybody loves.
They're garbage.
They're not garbage. They're simple weapons that have the repeating quality for some reason.
Man, if only there was like a weapon that does exactly all that, but isn't a gun.
Like a repeating crossbow? I can't afford the advanced proficiency
Like
for it.
I was gonna say a short bow.
Yeah, well. But we're also adding a bunch of spells to the book. And if you pick up the playtest, even because it's pay what you want, but if you pick up the playtest, you download it, you'll get, I believe we've set it at like 50% off of the final book, or the final version of the book that'll be coming out on Drive Through RPG.
Yeah, but what if I wanted something about settings, Matt?
About settings?
Yeah.
What kind of settings?
Like stuff about deities or organizations or events.
Well, Mountain Order is still in the works. It's not ready yet. I will say we are working on micro settings for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And that's kind of it's an old school thing. Like back in the old AD&D days, like in the 80s and 90s, they used to have the magazines and they'd have micro settings for your games. It's where Starjammer got to start. I kind of want to do that again. Just like a couple of pages, like 2 or 3 pages worth of, here's a micro setting you can use. Expand on it as you like. As opposed to like, here's 50 pages of setting we wrote. Please buy it.
Like the Crown Peaks going into a small bit of detail about the Pathstalkers.
Yeah. Stuff like that. But where last we left our heroes, Illustrana Bao, you were going to Idara.
Hell yeah.
Iadara, but yeah.
Iadara. My apologies.
You missed a syllable.
I believe that's the right pronunciation. With Arashale, were you going to invite Whisper and Korgar as well?
I wasn't.
Bao, are you going to invite Korgar and Whisper?
I would definitely invite Whisper.
Okay.
No offense, Korgar.
I'd get mega racist against.
So Korgar's not coming.
It's alright. Kolgar has his hut, and he'll hang out there instead. And rather than trekking there, he can just use interplanar teleport to get there.
You cannot. Interplanar teleport is only for teleporting between planes.
Yeah, and Galarian's a plane. You are, technically speaking, on a different plane to Galarian.
Yeah, but
The dwarf hut is on this plane.
the dwarf hut is on the same plane Korgar is on.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it not? Did you build an interplanar dwarf hut?
Man, that'd be a great mystery for someone that was sticking around. It's a shame you're all going. Guess you don't get to meet Korgar's wife after all. Pity.
He's going to his house.
Crying.
with his wife and kid.
Really?
Yes. I feel like you haven't been drinking enough.
She's gonna drown you to drown her sorrows.
I literally have an alcoholic iced tea next to me.
Hmm.
That's not hydrating.
Now,
No, I know. I also
add a
have
bit more
waterfall
rocket
next to me.
fuel and then turn it into a Long Island iced tea.
Hey, how about no?
I hate those things so much. They taste terrible. They're never made well. Everyone's like, man, Long Island iced tea is a great. I'm like, literally any other cocktail is better.
Personally,
The
I
only
like a
reason
Black
you drink
Russian.
one is to get fucked up because
Yeah.
there is so much alcohol in them. It's like, I want to drink 6 different drinks in one drink. Gotcha, fam. Here's this mess of a drink.
Speed running a stomach pump. Where's are you gonna go
And
with
it's
him?
got Coca-Cola in it, and that shit's awful anyways.
On being asked by Bao, she's just gonna. Girls' night?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Girls' night. Girls' night. Girls' night.
Just
Girls' night.
just a real quick question, Whisper. How good is your hair at getting through small gaps?
Wherever it doesn't fit, puddle fits.
Not like that. If you were to like wear something over your head, would your hair still function fine?
I assume so.
Fantastic. This is going to be a great girls' night.
Girls' night.
I am terrified. I feel I'm right to be terrified.
I love that Whisper is like, it's a girls' night. Illustrana is not gonna be with y'all.
That's what you think.
Coming.
Don't mind me just getting the maps together for a bathhouse.
It's not like you haven't done this before.
Yeah, no, look, but that time I actually had some warning, so...
Surprise.
Apologies.
Oh,
What's
it's
next?
fine.
Are they going to get a book summary in a tavern involving a certain particular Callum guy?
I will say, Matt, I do plan to take Arushale to a restaurant, so if you want to grab a map for that as well, you know, or like a scenic image. Like a very fancy elven restaurant.
Also, Matt, just to save you time, we are absolutely not doing girls' night activities.
Man. Fancy
I mean-
restaurant with a really cool name. It'd be a shame if Matt decided to turn that into just Fantasy Olive Garden.
Jeez, one time.
Also, you don't know what Whisper considers girls' night.
Whisper
Traditional-
definitely considers crime girls' night.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
He's so for real.
He is an expert in thievery, I'm just reminding you.
Alright, do you need me to do anything with the stash?
Yes, I wrote in chat.
Where is it?
So, all weapons, the 2 armor that isn't the dragon hide, the elephant, and all the treasure.
No. And you've added the gold pieces, so I just need to delete the shit.
Oh, I haven't added them because I can't.
Oh,
Where did you
take.
get those memes?
Whereas I probably technically can just add it to myself and put that in the stash, so
No, I've got it.
I will do that. Oh, you already did it. Okay.
I can do things. Well, Bao, you have been through this.
Hmm.
The teleportation where the performers, they just put on a performance and as a part of the applause, you were all teleported. I'm not sure what an Iadaran dance looks like.
It's very cool.
It's very cool.
You know, the elves invented dancing.
See, I think ballet, but that might be more of a Chilaxian thing.
I imagine it's just like the dancing in Footloose.
It's the dancing from Happy Feet.
Well, kind of like a group dance number. I get it. Well, the mimes begin their dance. And one of the struggles you had with teaching them was, like, as a part of a very active, very mobile dance, like, there's sounds that go along with it. There's, like, stomping and clapping every now and again, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The mimes perform it in absolute silence.
Of course they do.
Wonderful.
Because they're mimes.
They've turned it into the Thriller.
The Dark Morris dance.
And the performance does go on for a while, and everyone's just kind of watching in stunned silence, I guess would be the best way to put it, because it feels and looks like this should be a highly active and vibrant dance, and it's being performed in complete silence by people in black and white face paint and, you know, the full mime outfits. But the kind of contrast between the two really strikes a chord with everyone, and sure enough, there is kind of a standing applause that happens when the performance is over.
Matt, what's Arushale's fit look like? Out of curiosity.
She has dressed up. She doesn't have any weapons on her that you can see.
Awesome. Iconic.
Otherwise, she has dressed up into a gown. That is form-fitting but functional.
Radical. Anyway, segueing into what Illustrana has dressed in.
Yeah.
Illustrana is dressed in an elegant emerald evening gown. And it's sort of shimmering. And there's fun. I'm gonna post a picture that's sort of like an ideal reference image in the Stolen Fates discussion.
Oh, that
for
is
all
beautiful.
those who are curious. Yeah. That's what Illustrana is wearing. And then she's wearing sort of silver earrings that are little birds. And she has a small handbag. And that is actually a spacious pouch, and that's where all of her gear is.
Oh, okay.
And then she's got her envoy's compass, which is an archaic wayfinder.
Yeah.
But it's actually it's just wayfinder technology, but it's got like the sigil of the House of the Viridian Crown.
Wearing it openly?
And everything. Yes, yeah.
As you arrive in Kaonin, particularly in Aidara itself, the capital of Kaonin, you are kind of stopped by guards. But as they kind of look over you, Illustrana, and they see the Wayfinder, they...
Not a wayfinder.
Your envoy's compass.
Thank you. Wayfinders are associated with an organization that Illustrana does not like.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
They let you pass into the city proper. As you enter this city,
Illustrana will just sort of like excitedly be pointing out the sights to Arushale. The beautiful silver spires intertwined with the trees that sort of reach into the sky, and all sorts of other very beautiful structures throughout the.
You say that you're asking her to stop and see.
Well done. Well done. Illustrana, you're kind of distracted at the moment, so I'll get you to do either a society or perception check for me.
Okay. I'm assuming this isn't a taste-based perception check.
No.
Okay. There you go.
All right. Well, now I can share this information with everyone, because Bow and Whisper, you would absolutely notice this, but like I said, Illustrator, you're a little bit distracted at the moment. As you walk for Ayadara itself, you notice it very much looks like they're preparing for war. Like, there are troops assembling, families saying goodbye, as, their kids kind of go off to be trained or equipped for war. There are squads that kind of march by or rush past. But no, it seems like Ayadara is preparing for war. This also strikes Ursula as a little bit odd.
Does she say anything about it?
To begin with, she tries to be as polite as possible.
Okay.
But after a little while, she will kind of bring it up and go, I wasn't aware there was this looks like war preparation, correct?
That is my impression.
I wasn't aware Karen was at war with anyone.
Well, there is, of course, Tree Razor in the southern marshes. Big, nasty demon lord. Well, not quite demon lord.
Wait, did they actually go to do it?
Well, I've been out of sort of official circles, but it could very well be that they're attempting another siege on Chevaroth. Many in the upper levels of our government have advocated that it is quite ripe for another attempt to retake the city.
I'm not sure how much pull you have with the court, but if they need assistance, they can reach out. Like, if it's taking down a demon lord, pretty sure everyone would like to assist with this. Well, not everyone, of course, but
it has been a while since I have attended court. I do know that there have been some veterans of the campaign in the north that have been permitted into the city to advise on the situation. But I will say we've been at war with Tree Razor for quite some time, as long as I've been alive.
Well, I wish them luck in the battle. But date, dinner. I mean, political meeting.
When she said date, Illustrana just sort of blushes.
Bao will take that as an excuse of taking Whisper's hand and say, we're just going to go have a look around the city. We'll meet up with you two later this evening.
Have a nice evening. And Illustrana will wave.
Girls' night.
Well, I'm curious.
Who isn't?
Whisper about, okay, what's the plan here?
Hey, Whisper.
Hmm. Yeah.
Did you know I'm a follower of Sun Wukong, yeah?
I think you've mentioned it once or twice.
How much do you know about him?
Believe a book described him as a tricksy little monkey.
That is a very apt description. At this point, Bao will hand over to Whisper a small black fabric item. So, girls' night tonight is also kind of going to be a religious tradition. And then she's going to put one on for herself. These are called balaclavas. We're going to go steal.
This is an interesting tradition.
Transition to darkness.
Anything small, shiny, and valuable, grab it.
I know who to talk to about that.
Talk to.
And Whisker's gonna cast Speak with Animals on herself
Okay.
with the Raven Band. And it's just going to gaze up and try to find any particular, like, magpies or ravens or any of those kind of corvids that are around.
Ooh.
What
me a-
next? Are they gonna plant bombs in people's houses?
They're gonna get into trouble.
Next thing you know, they're in the house of the cats, and the cats are all like, "Don't blow up my house," and then they do it anyways.
I rarely know what you're talking about.
Right?
Talking about you corvid weirdos.
Do you want a perception check or a nature check?
I want to say nature because you're trying to coax a bird down.
I mean, she can talk to it, that's the thing, they can understand her.
You can use diplomacy.
Also an
It
option.
says in the spell.
Actually, that's technically worse, so I will take nature.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
What pigeon?
No.
Use it or lose it.
Acceptable.
Hey, it's better.
27 is better. You are able to coax down what you suspect might be a corvid of some point, of some sort. It's definitely a blackbird, but there's a very bright bluish tinge to it. Like if the light reflects on it a little bit too much, it shines blue.
You want some blue?
Oh, this is even better. Hello, little friend.
Hello? Are you a druid?
No. I just have magic.
Ah, I see. Got any food on you?
Ew. I also have this.
As soon as you kind of profile their silver chunk, like full bird vision on it, locked on, just kind of seeing it sway back and forth.
If I give you this, can you tell me where to find more shiny things?
What kind of shiny things you're after?
Shiny like this? Maybe shiny but in different shapes? Are we looking for anything particular, Belle?
No, small and valuable. Wine. I assume elves drink wine.
Go. Shiny or things that smell like fruit.
Shiny or smell like fruit. Oh, well, we can absolutely do something. Kind of continues to watch the silver chunk. You get the feeling it's somewhat distracted from the conversation, but it's doing its best. Yeah, I know there's no tokens of invisibility. We're gonna fix that. Jeez. No, not that one. Specifically, I want to bow.
Looks familiar.
There's only so many elven cities I have access to. I'm sorry.
Fair.
Che and Peku should just get good. More Elven City maps.
No, because Che Peku are the ones who have the most amount of water-associated maps out of any map maker I've seen. They saved my ass in Voice the Colors, no lie. Also, at the time, they were the only ones who had a decent, great library. But, I mean, I could probably take you to one of the upscale bars. They won't let me in, but... Or do you want to go to the palace? I mean, palace is an option. They got all sorts of fruity things in there.
How do you feel about a palace, Bao?
A palace? Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I think it's girls' night.
Girls' night!
And Bao will, Whisper will give the little silver chunk to the bird. Lead on.
Hey, just real quick, can you speak alright, Elven?
Yeah.
Good, I can't. You'll be in charge of graffiti.
Oh no.
This is getting very girls' night.
Well. Illustrana,
Yeah.
where are you taking Ursula for your date?
Yeah, so I imagine there's so I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
It's like this really hip place
Yeah.
near like the right off the temple district, and it's got some real creative chefs who worship Desna that work in there, and they just come up with some of the awesomest, most radical dishes you can dream of.
Like real hip and trendy, like?
Real hip and trendy. This is in a very gentrified part of Keonan.
Well, the restaurant in question is somewhat experimental. Apparently, they've been doing some very interesting things with imported meals or recipes from Castrovel itself. And they've been doing what they're calling magical fusions.
Is that where they fuse two animals together?
No, it's more like they're using magic to create different flavor profiles that you wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's a plain salad. Every leaf tastes different.
Very fun.
Or, you know, look, this is ice cream. It tastes like beef.
By the way, Butonius did come with us, but he is not with us at this moment. He's going to catch up with his homies, his siblings.
That's fair enough. I assumed as such.
And
What's bird for sick
definitely
tats?
he's definitely showing off that he's bigger and stronger than all of them now. Because he's ginormous.
He is in fact ginormous now. Comparatively speaking. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think he's ever going to get to huge size.
No,
Though that is an option.
not a megafauna.
Well, as you're on your date, Arishale will go, well, the food here is very interesting.
It's very experimental. The chef is a worshipper of Desna.
Well, that's very good. She seems to be tossing around something in her head, trying to figure out the best way to say it.
What is it?
Is this a date, or is this a political meeting thing?
I was under the impression that this was a date when I asked you. Is that okay?
Yes. No, that's fine. Sorry, it's just been a very long while for me.
Illustrana's blushing again.
I wasn't quite sure though, so I thought I would ask.
It's all right. What do you think of Ayadara? What do you think of my home?
I feel like it's very beautiful, very tranquil, or would usually be. I feel like it's very set in its ways as well.
Well, things are actually changing quite a lot around here. It used to be that only elves could make it this far in Keonan, but I believe it was it must have been 50 years ago when that policy was reversed. So I would, for elves, that's actually quite quickly.
Well, I could imagine. As far as I'm aware, elves are the longest lived of any of the races or ancestries here in Galarian. With some exceptions, of course.
Well, yes, as far as I understand it, we don't really die. We just sort of, well, I mean, of course, unless we are stricken with a mortal blow. But I know that some of the older ones tend to leave for Castravel, and then the ones that are old even for Castravel tend to find some other planet or place in the plains to carry out the rest of whatever they desire.
So,
But occasionally you do meet like a 2,000-year-old elf that's coming to visit.
well, because we're kind of on a date and we're asking these questions, what's your plan?
What for my life?
Kind of, well, I don't know how long I will live. Florid elf retirement for sure. I don't know how long I will live. I'm just kind of curious if you've thought of retirement?
I suppose that I will continue doing what my heart calls me to. And right now my heart calls me to helping those who need it, and as well as investigating the great mysteries that fate calls me to, and it seems that fate called me to investigate these cards. But beyond that, I'm not really sure. I figure I'll go wherever the wind takes me.
And wherever Betonius can take you.
Well, of course.
How do you feel about these cards, though?
Well, I find it quite odd. I mean, I've talked to some of the inhabitants of Harrowed, some of the, specifically the Rabbit Prince. He had mentioned that at one point, Harrowed had existed without these cards, and I wonder, with the sort of power that these cards have, what one might be able to do if they had the full set. And I'm not sure that sort of power should be in the hands of anyone. So I question what these cards were created for, but I will admit that they are quite powerful, and their power has aided me in combat more than once. But beyond that, I'm trying to understand the mystery of where they came from, mostly.
Well, we know the Pathfinder Society are after them. And as I understand it,
Society.
this band of blades, this mercenary company, is also looking for them.
It would appear so. These are Hell Knights.
Well, as I understand it, they're no longer Hell Knights.
Are they just not fighting devils anymore? What really makes a Hell Knight?
The armor mostly, so I guess they are still Hell Knights. Or at least some of them still are. But, well, okay, hypothetical question then.
Alright.
You get all the cards.
Sure.
What are you gonna do with them?
Well, I would probably, first things first, try to ascertain who created them. Perhaps with the full stack, that would be the full deck, it would be easier. But I figure if they do truly hold the power that I would expect them to, I may try to, if I can do it in a way that leaves the denizens of Harrowed undisturbed, I might try to destroy them so that no one can use their power for ill, or in fact, try to hoard it for themselves. I believe that the power of fate should not be wielded by any singular person. I think that fate is for Pharasma and for us to create for ourselves.
Well, it's an interesting philosophical question. Because before the Age of Lost Omens began, fate, prophecy were all kind of set in stone. There's an argument that suggests that things are better the way that they are now.
I mean, certainly not in the eye of a Bendigo, as it were, but,
Well, no, but we all have free will now. From a philosophical standpoint, at least. Because as the things were, choices, destiny, fate, they were being made by other people. Or other creatures. The gods would say things and that would be it. That would be so. But now things just aren't as certain as they used to be. Prophecies are, for the most part, just words. I mean, in the before times, a devil would always be a devil. But now, she gestures to her own wings that she kind of has draped over her. We can make our own choices. And Nocticular, a pure example of such things.
I think almost certainly it's better that we can make our own choices.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, Illustrana. Well, girls' night.
Girls' night.
Girls' night.
Alex. Oh.
So,
Illustrana's adoptive mom is gonna rip her a new one.
quite possibly, Bow and Whisper, what is the plan here?
There is no plan.
Yeah. No, where
Looting and then scooting.
it would be lovely if there was like an open window or maybe an unguarded door.
Alright. Well, I'll get a perception check from the two of you, and I'm probably going to need stealth checks as well. I mean, those are good perception checks. Whisper, you do in fact find a open window. It's on what is probably the second or third story. It's hard to tell with elven architecture. The concept of an entire floor of a building is kind of a wobbly concept for elves.
Approximately how high up is it?
Oh, for you two, not an issue. It's like 15, 20 feet up.
Okay.
Like, you have hair with which to help you climb, and bow is bow.
I do believe Whisper can run up walls.
Monk shit.
Yeah.
Like, an upper window break-in for the two of you, not an issue. And I do, in fact, have your stealth checks. So, making your way into the palace?
Yep.
You make your way into the palace, and the area you're coming to seems to be a rather open-air environment with a large table in the center. The room is littered with various sculptures. There's a couple of tapestries upon the walls. A lot of it kind of going through the history of the royal family for Kionan. Some of their past victories. Everything seems to be shown in quite a positive light, however. And not so much removes uncomfortable parts of history, but you get the feeling they leave the bad parts for the teachers and the history books, not for art they leave lying around.
Just real quick, people are getting the glasses and mustache treatment. Just like super quick.
Yep.
Wait, do you have a writing set?
Illustrana's getting grounded.
Do you have a writing set, Bow?
No.
Okay, use mine.
Yeah, there we are.
All right.
Well, that's what you're doing, Bow. Whisper, what are you doing?
She's let Puddle out
Yeah.
And together, they are arranging like all the cutlery and plates and everything else that's on that table into just strange geometric shapes.
Yeah.
Like making hexes with the cutlery, and then using the plates to represent a circle, and then a triangle. She's essentially like spelling out something in wingdings along the table.
Yeah. No,
They
no,
can
I get
blame
it.
ghosts.
Honestly, that I'm not gonna get grounded for that. The elves like art.
Okay, enough distractions. We find something valuable. Preferably many somethings.
Well,
Do elves have crowns?
you're probably not going to get access to the crown jewels
Yeah,
specifically.
probably not, no.
But, I will say silverware, the candelabras, some of them are attached to the walls and you're probably not going to remove them, but I say that, and a lot of the lighting in here is done by crystals as opposed to flame.
Helps reduce the fire risk.
Follow the trees around, bushes,
Yoink.
just grabbing all the crystals and stuff. Cool.
So we're grabbing the crystals and then leaving like a little bit of food in place of where the crystal was.
Are you trying to frame the Fae?
No. Definitely don't look at the language that I chose this level.
I think Whisper is the Fae.
Right? At least somewhat associated. And Bao?
Is there like, what are they called? Like vases or I don't know, books with gold filigree or anything of that nature that could be valuable?
I can't wait for them to find Illustrana's bedroom.
Other wing. You do find there are a couple of vases with very large flowers kind of hanging out from them. You
Flowers
do also,
out, vases in the thing.
stealing the vases, okay.
Yeah.
You do also find a couple of books. It's not like they have a full library here or anything like that, but they've got a
No.
couple of like reading nooks and things like that.
Like, I'm not real interested in content, just in what value they could have.
There's a couple that look very old.
No.
Some of them do have a little bit of the gold filigree on the front.
There we go.
There you go. Okay.
In the bag.
Just ransacking the place, or at least this room.
Right now, Whisper and Bao are in Skyrim, doing Skyrim things.
Like vanilla Skyrim things, right? Not modded
Yeah,
Skyrim.
yeah. No. Just anything that's not nailed down and is worth an amount of money.
Just please.
To put it as one of my best friends from high school put it, if it's not nailed down, it's mine. If I can pry it up, it's not nailed down.
Yeah. I just don't want the trees being turned into arms, that's all. The next question, how long are you going to be doing this for?
How many rooms does it look like we could have easy access to?
You have easy access to this one. There are a few rooms that branch off of it, but those ones seem to be, I'm not going to say barred, but locked.
Yeah. If only there was a way we could unlock things.
I will say, give me a perception or society check.
Both of us are just Bao.
Both of you. Whisper. It does strike you as odd. There should be, like, you've been at this for 10 minutes or so, there should be more guards here.
Usually I've been caught by now.
They're probably doing army things. Let's tempt fate a bit. We're gonna go into another room.
You're gonna go into another room. I will need a
Mhm.
thievery check from someone.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have wasted that hero point on freaking out a Rudelche.
That's one hero point down from Bao. We're just gonna say, Whisper, that you don't have much experience with elven locks.
Whisper's hair breaks off in the lock.
Well, now you gotta get replacement hair.
I mean, she does have sculpt shadows.
Yeah. However, Bao, by the power of your almighty deity, you are able to break the door. Well, not break the door, you're able to pop the lock.
Like Whisper's struggling with it there, and then Bao just kind of comes up and just does like the Fonzie tap.
Yeah.
Hey, sit on it.
What it opens up into looks to be an office. There are a lot more books in here, a lot more libraries. Also, there's a very large desk. Not covered in knickknacks, but there's a lot of like little fiddle toys and that kind of thing.
There were
Many
a lot of
paddywhacks.
Well, you know, it's the things like the Newton bowls.
in the
one-
bag.
Yeah.
Fidget spinners.
In the bag.
Did you just say Newton's balls?
Yeah, they're the things that
Yeah.
you
Cradle.
grab from
I
either.
know. It's got a proper name, man.
I don't know what it
It's
is.
Newton's cradle.
Newton's
Newton's cradle? I was
cradle.
close.
Balls.
Newton's pendulous orbs.
Right? You saying you've never played with them before? Into the bag.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
books do seem to be rather dry in material. I know you mentioned you're not particular worried about the content, more the look of the thing.
Hmm.
But for the most part, the books look like historical stuff, reference books, that kind of thing.
Not works by Yadia.
No.
Whisper will look over what's actually on the desk. Is there any actual like in progress notes or anything?
You speak Elven, don't you?
Yeah.
It appears to be a ledger regarding the logistical arrangements of the what appears to be a war that's coming. So, getting together the food, the resources, making sure people are getting paid, the soldiers are going to be equipped.
Can I academia law to work out to determine whether this is an offensive or a defensive war?
Which law check do you want to do?
Academia.
Yep, academia will work for this.
Okay.
You're not sure whether it's an offensive or defensive war. It is pretty obvious it's going to be a big one, though. Just from the sheer volume of armaments that are getting arranged for. Like, there is notations in this ledger that they're equipping, like, they're ordering new weapons to be made.
Into the bag it goes.
This is the worst palace I've ever robbed. Where's the valuables? There's all just books and crap.
I think they might be on the other end.
They're gonna break into my room.
Why do you sound partially excited by this?
Because then I get to describe Illustrana's room.
Oh. So, Bow and Whisper, what's the plan?
I am rolling for common sense.
Yeah.
That didn't quite make it.
Pushing your luck a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Bear,
Mm-hmm.
did you want to be the voice of reason or no?
You know, you're right. We should try. Okay, let's look for a door that looks like what's behind it is valuables.
Oh,
Give
that's
me-
easy.
Well,
Whisper's gonna get Puddle to squeeze onto the door jamb of a bunch of doors and then let her know what's on the other side.
alright. Give me a perception check for Puddle then.
There's a pile of money.
Yay!
Hooray! We did it.
Hmm.
Maybe you shouldn't have let the hyperactive thing do the perception check.
Potentially.
There's an aquarium. I'm made of water and I'm valuable. This must be valuable.
Well, the two of you continue your hunt or your search, and eventually you do in fact come across you come into a section of the palace that looks a little bit more important, and once again, you're not noticing much, if any, in the way of guards.
Fantastic.
But I will get a perception check from the two of you. Wow, really nice. The two of you notice something rather large kind of make its way around a corner.
Can
Was
we
this
get
thing humanoid, bestial?
any kind of more description than big?
Definitely not humanoid. I'd say almost spider-like.
Oh my goodness, it's Sal the magician.
Assassinated
another
queen.
one of- I would like to point out, if it's another one of these spiders from the Shadow Plane, we did fight one of these very recently, and I think we would notice that, wouldn't we?
What
You
kind
would.
of check can we do for this incredibly vague thing?
Can you put a picture of it?
I could potentially do that.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't look like a friendly elven thing.
That's a weird looking thing.
I'm
It's a
not
funny
gonna
looking
say
dog.
shit.
Whisper, what the hell is that?
I'm gonna roll, and
Yeah.
then Matt's gonna tell you. Matt?
Yeah, I think you can tell it now.
It's a daemon.
And specifically,
Known as a Durgoda demon. Or a swarm demon.
Should not be in the palace.
Should not be in the palace.
They represent death through unfathomable violence and being eaten alive.
Hey, Whisper, you're not looking too hot there. What's going on?
That's a very unfortunate thing to be here, and it shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here, but it shouldn't be here even more or less. We should either make noise or run.
Um,
And by noise, I mean punching.
So cute. Okay.
hmm.
I just like to think that this thing is just patiently waiting, you know? Scratching its chin, looking at you.
Oh no, it's dashed around a corner. It appears to be on the hunt.
Whisper, if that thing's bad, like, we should do something about it bad, right?
This is one of those moral obligation times, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to do me a real big favor, and you're not gonna want to do it.
Possibly favor, what is it?
You're a lot faster than I am. You need to go find Illustrana.
I have an idea about that.
Go for it.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh god!
Just blast the trumpet.
She's gonna summon the Herald, and she is actually going to yell into the trumpet that it has.
Yep.
Girls' night!
I will get into a defensive stance in front of Whisper.
So we're just gonna kind of count this like bullhorn, yeah?
Yeah.
Probably super powerful bullhorn.
Mhm.
No.
I'm pretty
No,
sure everyone in
absolutely.
Keonan just heard that.
Illustrana would know. She's felt it front on.
Yes.
At the very
I
least,
also like the
everyone
idea
in
that-
Ayadara.
The daemon heard that and was like, huh, they're just really into girls not here, I guess. Anyway.
Well, it could also presumably pinpoint the source. Speaking
She
of,
did also, for clarity, Whisper yelled that in Elven.
Oh, good.
So
So, all the
everyone-
elves get to hear.
Well, the creature in question, the daemon,
Daemon.
will appear from around the corner and stare the two of you down. Look, I can tell you two aren't local. This has nothing to do with you. Really? We're going there?
That's good. I love Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. He's protecting the doors to the whatever's. I don't remember how that movie goes.
How about Dat Mayman?
No, Matt Damon's way is because then he can pretend like he's fuck. What's the Thunderbirds thing?
Marionette.
No. The
Team America
Marination,
World Police.
I think is the.
Oh, yeah, Marionimation or something. Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's got more syllables in the middle there or if it's just Marionation.
Yeah.
So,
Which actually just makes me hungry.
something marinated. I got burgers waiting for me. But yes, Matt Damon.
No, you're
Look.
saying it wrong.
Look, the two of you are locals. How about you just turn around, leave, and we can all kind of just go about our business. I don't want to have to tear you both limb from limb.
Matt, You need to roll a reflex save, a fortitude save.
Well,
I don't believe Whisper hit the demon.
No, this
No?
was aimed in general.
Ah,
I mean, you blew the roof off.
Mm.
Okay, so 2 things. First, rude. Secondly, you're even more less local. You leave
This-
first.
Well,
This involves us by proxy.
We were stealing from here first.
and we do one. Matt Damon kind of looks the two of you over again and goes, "Wait. You're not those idiots in charge of Harrowed, are you?"
The very same. Wait.
That was a very bad slip of the tongue. I would like to roll for initiative, Matt.
You'd like to roll for initiative?
Yep.
Matt,
Yeah.
how near would I be if Illustrana sort of started running after hearing "Girls' Night" screamed by Whisper?
In the
Well,
vague vicinity of the palace.
it's not so much that
In
it
the
was
vague
screamed.
vicinity of my house?
It's not so much that it was screamed. It was more like kind of yelled as Whisper does. And the sound was just amplified across the entire city.
I like to think it was just whispered, but it was whispered real
yeah,
loud.
the loudest stage whisper in existence.
No, what you find very surprising is that actually wasn't.
Oh no.
Well,
This was very much a case of when the quiet person is loud, shit has gone down.
I assume Arushale would follow me. Just
Yes.
saying. Okay. Let me roll initiative.
not that she has a proper stat block.
You haven't given Arushale a proper stat block?
No,
What do you
she's
mean?
got a
It
civilian
shouldn't be
one.
hard.
She's like a
Copy it across.
epic kick-ass cleric.
Just copy it across from Kingmaker. Easy peasy.
From 1E.
You say that like I have the Kingmaker module. For the record, I
You
do not.
do!
I don't have the Kingmaker module. I've got the books. I don't have the
Ow.
Foundry module.
Ow!
Very
Well.
quick.
I'm just going to quickly pull Betonius in.
Yeah, where would Betonius be?
You can probably bring Betonius up to full hit points, just saying.
On the
Oh,
scene
yeah.
first, I reckon.
Considering it's been
He's been through some stuff.
it's no longer dying. No, not dying 4. Dying 0.
Would this technically be... This is not a hearing-based initiative check, would it technically be? Because I just initiated it.
For you, it wouldn't be. It would be for Illustrana. She cannot
Okay.
use Super Taster for this.
Well, the fact that I was like,
up over here.
But
I
she
wanted the
was
circumstance
eating that.
bonus from the trumpet.
Oh, okay.
I'm very annoyed about being inched out when I rolled an 18.
Yeah, not sound for you, unfortunately. Well. Matt Damon will be up first. Well, you're both adjacent. We see this creature's jaw somewhat distend as it spews out a very large group of spiders.
Ooh.
Ew.
Spiders are icky. No one likes spiders, especially when they're people-shaped.
But he has to do a spit attack. We're gonna go for you, Bao.
Ooh.
That'll be a hit.
Ooh.
And I will get a reflex save from the two of you.
You want to put up the thing?
No, it's pretty big.
No, I mean, so that to roll against.
Oh no, I've got it.
Okay. Oh god, it's one of these ones.
I don't know what the two of you are complaining about. You both critically succeeded. The spiders kind of spread out amongst you, but between the two of you, you're getting pretty up there in the power levels. Bao, I imagine you just kind of whip your staff around to knock the spiders away, and Whisper, you have a hair shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Whisper just kind of does her best impression of a spider. It is literally just like balancing on 8 strands, big thick strands.
Oh, look, we got a Jorigamo in the party.
Yay! It is going to approach the two of you, but as it does, it will kind of say, you know what? I came here hunting for one card, but I know you lot are carrying a bunch of them, so this is going to be so much better.
There's a card here?
Apparently. Apparently there's a card at my house.
Neat.
Neat indeed.
Illustrana forgot her spare card. She had 2 of them at the start of the event. She only brought 1.
That's it done, though. Whisper.
Yeah. Yeah, so Whisper's gonna step.
Yep.
And we go start with a grapple.
That's a success.
Go. And now a trip.
A grapple trip. God.
Grapple. Trip. Hair to the back of the head. Ah.
Look. You got a trip and a grab off at the same time. Move. All done?
Yes.
Because I'm assuming the first 2 were flurry of blows.
Yes.
All right.
Like maneuvers, yeah.
Illustrana.
Yeah. I'm gonna 3 action.
Yeah, look, if you want to parkour up those stairs, it's fine.
3 action run.
Yeah.
Butonius. Independent action. Fly. That ends my turn.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
I have
wait.
a free action I want to use. I'm harrowing the fiend.
Well, you do recognize it to be a fiend.
Oh, we get to do the thing. Like, use the overlay.
Well, bow. Well, actually, are you drawing the card? Oh, once during combat.
No, it's once during. It's on a strike. Yeah.
Okay. Bow.
Wow.
Is this causing a scene?
We'll find out
I
at the
mean,
end
there's
of
a
the
demon
round.
on the steps of the palace that's currently wrapped up in a heap of hair.
That's probably causing a scene.
Causing scene good, causing scene bad.
So I'm going to transform into my Starlit Sentinel form,
Yep.
and as part of that, I get to Majestic Proclamation as a one action.
Alright, do your demoralize.
I don't speak Elven.
He wasn't speaking Elven.
Oh no, this isn't for him.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
for everyone else watching. So it makes us look less like criminals. We will
Whisper's still way in
protect
the
the
bell
Elven
column.
nation in the name of the stars. I'm not
You know,
satisfied with that.
No?
They do like the stars here. Big fans of the
better.
stars here in Keonan.
Imagine needing to use your hero points.
Yeah, sorry, Koga.
I was really hoping Matt had a stat block for Arushale so you would be able to play her.
I'm fine. I just find it amusing.
Unfortunately, your demoralize does not work on it.
That's okay. It's not a successful check, never mind. Double checking that's... Is it that? There we go. That's the thing I need. There we go. And last one, I'll just hit it.
Just hit it. That's a hit. For 18 hull damages.
Woo.
Well,
Okay.
it's a demon. You're a champion. What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Yo.
Champion.
What do you mean? You're a champion.
Yeah. Go with that.
I haven't called you like a fighter again, have I?
Nah, I'm definitely a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to. I don't know. Bottom of the initiative. Arachale takes flight.
She's so cool.
I don't have a stat block for her. She's taking flight.
She does have wings.
Therefore, that is winging it.
Dumb tis.
I totally do not have the Game Mastery Guide open beside me. Alright, that'll do for now. $60. Arachale flying over one of the trees the elves have on display. Gets close enough to you, Whisper, to cast Guidance.
Okay. I will do this. There we go.
Oh, you got it? Right. Throw it on you. Because she also has it. Now, for the demon itself. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna go for a rend.
Good thing Petonius isn't here. Let's see, be
Jeez, one
left,
time.
right, good night to my bird.
Actually, no, it's gonna try to escape first using athletics.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's against mine, isn't it?
Yep, your athletics DC.
Yeah. Brain, do thing. Nope, that's a fail.
That's a
DC
fail?
33. Oh wait, it's 33. Sorry, no, it does succeed. My bad.
Alright. It is no
was
longer grabbed.
It's still prone though.
Yes, it will stand. Potentially stand. You're so mean. He didn't even want to be here. Actually, no, he did, but. Roll your damage, Whisper, because that was still a hit.
Yep, just making sure all this stuff is correct. There you go. It's not stunning, obviously.
Yeah. For his final action, he's going to claw you. Bow? Actually, no, he's pissed off at you now, Whisper.
I like Whisper has like hog-tied him once.
Yeah! That's gonna be a miss, though. Whisper, your response.
Play it again, Sam. Oh wait, that's still a success. Okay. So he's grabbed.
Yep.
He's not on the floor.
You are.
Correct. Critical failure for trip, that makes you prone.
It does. It doesn't stop the grab though.
Nope.
Yeah. Guess what happens? It's a failure again. Well, in that case, Whisper will just stand up. I have
Alright.
so many things I can do.
Monk bullshit. It's the same
Yep.
in every system. Alright, but that's you done, Whisper?
Whisper is done, yes.
Alright. Illustrana.
Run, run. Quick draw.
See,
As I hit
weapon?
with
Which weapon?
Customs Officer's Folly. Because that is the only weapon I had on my person and not in a bag.
Because it has the concealable trait.
Yep. And
That's
it
a
didn't
hit?
ruin my outfit.
I should give you the glamour knife.
Actually, can you make it clumsy?
Clumsy instead
I
of
had the
vicious.
wrong debilitation. Yeah.
Let's remove that then. Clumsy.
Did you actually want to draw the card?
No. Not right now.
Okay.
I want to wait until I've switched to my better weapon. And Butonius is going to fly closer. Butonius is going to stay a little bit out of reach.
Just in case.
Just in case.
That's fine. Alright, I believe that's you done though, Illustrana. 2 move actions in quick draw.
Yep. I'll be in the air a little bit.
Bow!
Smite.
Smite! Oh no. Why did I think a fiend was the right idea? Oh, that's right. This is gonna hurt a lot, isn't it?
Maybe.
That's 13.
Chunks a little.
That's
You
fine.
have a hero point.
No, I do not.
You used up a little?
I did.
It's possible I missed one.
Take the hero point. He says you've got one.
So, smite, hit, done?
Yep.
I mean, I've got 3 still. Can I just distribute them to everyone else?
You want to donate one?
I'll donate one to everyone, because it's not like I'm gonna use them.
Alright, Val, you have a hero point.
Cheers.
Just so that people don't feel like they wasted their channel points on me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, to be fair, one of those people was me.
Yeah.
That's why Korgra still has
Still.
one. Do you need me to put it on you?
Oh, you want me to use it now?
I mean, if you like.
Might as well. Matthew. I can't believe I fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Oh no.
It's
You fell
classic.
for my clever ruse.
I'm just glad
I
Sam
guess.
didn't give them all to you.
No, that is true. I wouldn't have minded though. Yeah, you know what? That looks like fun. Oh no, she has them. Not 20 of them though. Alright, bottom of the initiative. With 1 point. I don't need one. I'm real sorry.
It's the wheel and woe of chat, Matt.
Deity strike.
Cool.
God, now I have to actually give her a...
She does not need to be next to him to use that.
Oh no, that's true, she doesn't.
He doesn't even need to be in the same postcode.
500 feet.
Alright. She does have to do an attack action though. So that's doing this old school.
Also, don't forget that you're probably going to have to add the weakness yourself.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not. Yeah.
I
Ooh.
was just given a villain point.
You have a villain point, Matt.
You should
I
use the
do.
villain point, Matt.
On the
She's
non-villain.
really cool. She deserves it, Matt.
You know you're not going to get another chance to use it today.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This is what happens when you try and be the good person, Matt. Dice will work.
I rolled natural 20s. 70 damage.
And it needs to make a save against the alignment damage, which is probably Holy Spirit damage nowadays.
Yeah. And that's going to be a failure. So it's going to take the little bit of extra. All right. Going back to its turn. It kind of looks at the situation, particularly to you, Bao, and to the cleric. That's, well, all of you are kind of rocking his world, but particularly divine energy being thrown at him. He goes to cast a spell. Reactions, everyone.
That is a manipulate action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
It's more that DC 5 flat check.
Oh, it is a DC 5 flat check.
Because he grabbed.
Just barely.
Just barely. Korgar, you do have one hero point left. Do you want Bao to have it?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Juliet can also technically react because that was an attack by Bao.
I
Need
think
to hit.
it's the hit.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bao, take a swing. There we go.
Now
Nice.
Juliet can stab.
Now I can take my reaction.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Yeah, not necessary. Okay.
Bao, what does this look like as the gods for the greater part of Ayadara start to approach, running
Oh,
up?
shit. Okay. Definitely looks very flashy, and good people are doing this.
Heroic.
Yeah, heroic, that's the word. The symbol of Sun Wukong appears in divine light at the end of her staff, which she sort of jams into it, branding the demon as it dies.
As it starts to burn away into a puddle, as demons are wont to do.
That's going to take ages to wash out.
Illustrana just like looks at the hem of her very nice dress that now has demon goop on it,
Yep.
and she just goes,
One time, Juliet,
This
you'll
was
get
a
a day where nothing
custom
happens.
This was a custom. This was custom. What were you doing at the palace? I'm looking at them. I'm looking at their sacks. I'm looking back at them.
Hey, Whisper, are you still wearing the balaclava? Because
Oh, she
Bao
was
would
never-
have been.
Yes.
Girls' night?
Girls' night.
Were you stealing from my house?
No.
And with that, I'm going to end the session. Oh, not bad for the seat of my pants, huh? God. Well, with our heroes having returned to Harrowed and deciding to
We've
continue.
returned to Harrowheart?
Well, you did go to, like, you were at Harrowed.
Oh, okay. I
You
was
just
like,
moved
what?
on from there. Jeez. They've decided to kind of go on an excursion to the elven capital of Ayadara.
I was just trying to go on a date.
Yeah. Shenanigans obviously ensue, but after after breaking into the palace, Whisper and Bao seem to have uncovered some sort of demonic plot being afoot. What it was here to do, presumably to take a card. But if you want to find out what happens, you'll have to join us next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, where we'll be continuing Stolen Fate for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, presented by Tabletop Obscura, powered by Foundry VTT. The VOD for this will be up in like 48 hours, I promise. Look, I know I forgot about 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. But in my defense, Endless Legend is a great game. and I probably will be playing it afterwards. But I think that's it. I don't really have much in the way of announcements. We're probably going to be raiding into the Dwarf Down Under. I believe he has just switched over to Marvel Rivals.
Incorrect. He's been doing that one for a while.
I just saw his Steam notification pop up. There we go. All right. Well, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Nah.
Good night.
Oh, that was good.
I love you.
Bye, everyone.